Well, for many parents of children with developmental disabilities, one major looming concern is for their future. I sat down with one area organization looking to help ease that fear while preparing their kids for successful careers.
Yes, I'll give you a hug. And then are you gonna?
I love Farmers House and our friends and family.
Suzanne and Alan Zimmerman met Peaches and David Cunningham many years ago when both of their kids were in preschool together at an institution for children with developmental disabilities. But as their kids got older and the families went their separate ways, they found themselves asking the same question.
What comes next?
In 2023, the U.S. Department of Labor reported that only 22.5% of people with a disability were employed.
I have seen a lot of people who have graduated with developmental disabilities to the couch, and that was really disheartening for me.
These staggering numbers are what led the two families back to each other to create the Farmers House, an organization for children and adults with developmental disabilities dedicated to fostering a positive, structured approach to providing the foundations for early work experience, employment services, community integration, and social enrichment programs.
Our focus is transitioning people into the adult world, making sure they're active and engaged in their community and utilize the skills that they have instead of sitting at home and being isolated.
Kids as young as 6th grade are welcome to take part in the Early Work Experience program, learning culinary catering, gardening, and retail skills.
Everything from, running the front cash registers to all the back end stuff, inventory, even merchandising, anything that would go along with running a small business. Several catering kitchens, so they learn how to make a product from beginning to end, and food service, and then also the gardens.
Then once graduation comes, the Farmers House works with the kids to help them seek employment.
They do everything from what are your interests, now let's work on interviewing and putting a resume together, now let's kind of go out and explore and see what might work for you, to getting them placed in the community, to then supporting them.
34-year-old Lita was one of those kids who grew up in the same boat, but with the help of the Farmers House these past 3 years has completely transformed, even getting her first job and recently her first paycheck. Tell me a little bit how you felt when you got that first paycheck and now that you get to spend it on school supplies.
This is my favorite part.
Favorite part? What changes have you seen or growth in Lita over these past 3 years?
Doing more things for herself and maybe me letting go more. She's just coming a long way.
The Farmers House understands that businesses may be hesitant to employ someone with a developmental disability, but promise that the benefits will be abundant for all parties.
If we include everybody in our communities, we're richer, we're stronger, we're more integrated. And it doesn't mean a lot of extra work for an employer to employ one of our clients. They just need to be open to the idea.
Whether you or your loved one has an autism spectrum disorder, Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, or other developmental or intellectual disabilities, the Farmers House welcomes all to foster self-sufficiency, cultivate job readiness, successful employment, and of course, community inclusion.
What we're looking for is for these adults to have an authentic life where they're integrated in their communities and able to participate in a real fulfilling way. And the more that they are out and engaged in their community, they will be embraced.
Reporting in Weston, Courtney Rowe, KQ2 News. An awesome group to hang out with. So much fun. And the Farmers House serves 350 individuals, but they're always looking to help more. And while their locations range from Weston to Platte City, the organization says they are dedicated to serving individuals from all across the region.